Hey everyone, Movie Guy 2005. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing a movie review of a film that came in second place. Or I don't know if it's in second place now. I don't think it is anymore. I think I checked the poll last time. And I think it had Critters first, which originally came in first place. Oops. But anyway, you're still going to get a review out of it regardless. And the film in question is the 1985 film, The Goonies. Let's go ahead and start with the plot, shall we? So basically, it concerns a group of these kids who live in the Goondocks neighborhood. Their homes are on the verge of foreclosure, and they attempt to save their homes from being foreclosed by coming across a 1632 doubloon and an old treasure map that leads to the treasure of legendary 17th century pirate One-Eyed Willie. And they see that as an opportunity to save their homes from being foreclosed, so they go on an adventure and they come across this abandoned restaurant, which they later discover is actually a hideout for the Fratellis. And the Fratellis are also after the treasure as well. And along the way, there's booby traps and obstacles. And it's basically kind of like a who gets the treasure first kind of movie. You know. So, yeah, that's basically the plot of the film. This is an absolute classic. This is a film that I've actually heard a lot of great things about over the years. But I've never really had a chance to actually sit down and watch it until, of course, recently. This has Sean Astin, who would go on to be in the Lord of the Rings movies. Josh Brolin, which I believe this was actually his very first film, if I remember right. Of course, for people who happen to be fans of the MCU or the Avengers, he was Thanos in the Avengers movies. You also have Jeff Cohen, which I believe this was actually his only feature film. Again, if I remember right. Corey Feldman, Cary Green, Martha Plimpton, sorry. You also have Ke Huy Quan, who he was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom just a year before this. He was a short round. And I think he actually made a comeback this decade in acting. Recently, he was in films like Everything Everywhere All at Once, and more recently, the animated film Zootopia 2. And you also have supporting roles by John Matuzak as a sloth, Robert Davi, who he was in Die Hard, he was in Predator 2, many other films. Joe Pantoliano, who you may remember from The Sopranos, The Matrix, Memento. He's been in quite a bit of stuff, Joe Pantoliano. And you also have Anne Ramsey as Mama Fratelli. And yeah, they basically escape a prison at the very beginning of the film. And I love how the film begins. It shows who the characters are, and we get a taste of who they are, basically. And this is a very fun adventure film. Very exciting, too. Just very intriguing. Just basically just a really good adventure story. I don't really know how else to describe it. This is directed by Richard Donner, who had done movies like Superman the movie. He directed The Omen, many other stuff. Rest in peace to him. I think he sadly passed away a couple years ago or so. Or was it last year? I think it was a couple years ago. You have a screenplay by Chris Columbus, who would go on to direct Home Alone 1 and 2, and many other films. Steven Spielberg was also the executive producer on this, or at least one of them, along with Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy. So yeah, this is a fantastic adventure movie. Definitely a classic, in my opinion. So, do I overall recommend the film? Absolutely. Just an 80s classic. Definitely one of the best adventure films of all time. It's a classic, folks. I don't know what more to say. So yeah, the Goonies. So that concludes my review for the Goonies. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.